Hi, I'm Eze Calista. This is a demonstration of my project. It's all about chocolates, making chocolates from scratch. We are using all organic products, materials rather, to make our chocolates, and these are some listed ingredients here for our chocolates. Meanwhile, there are three basic type of chocolates, which are the milk chocolate, the dark chocolate, and the white chocolate. What I'm about to do now is the milk chocolate. Now, the name of my company is Chocoholic Truffles. We are making a special brand of chocolates that is chocolate truffles, that comes with different flavors and different fillings. Then varieties of truffles like that has fillings like you have the cashew nut filling, you have the strawberry, you have the Nutella, you have orange fillings, you have ganache, you have caramel. So there are so many types of them, and it's give a room for creativity rather. You can be able to do something creative, work around with flavors, and you get a good result. Okay, join me now as I'm going to show a demonstration of how to make a milk chocolate. Right now we already have a boiling water here. I'm going to place this stainless plate on it so that I can be able to dissolve my cocoa butter. Meanwhile, this is a cocoa butter, is an oil gotten from raw cocoa. When it's get it from what we call cocoa liquor, and this is cocoa powder. It's organic, purely 100% organic. And what we have here is confectionery sugar. It's just a sugar that is grounded. Then this is a milk, a full cream milk, and we have salt, and this is a mold. These are some flavors. We have vanilla flavor, we have coconut flavor, and chocolate flavor. Okay, now we are going to dissolve our cocoa butter. Then I have to place it here. We stir until it's dissolved. In a low heat rather, because if you don't go on a low heat, it can make our cocoa butter to get burned and will not get a good result. So as that is going on, I have to sift these dry ingredients together and we go. Okay, now our cocoa and vegetable shortening has dissolved. Then we are going to sift our dry ingredients to it. So as we are doing that, we are stirring. It will take a while. Why we are doing this is to make sure that there is no lumps or that is left in our cocoa, in our product rather. Okay, we just sifted in our dry ingredients. Now we're going to add the liquid ingredient, which is the flavor. Just a drop of it. This is the coconut flavor. Then a little of vanilla flavor. Then a little of the chocolate flavor. The chocolates already have a flavor, but we just want to enhance it a little bit. Now we mix that together. What we are looking at is a consistency of about this. It will not be too thick, it will not be too light. So we'll put it up warm it up a little bit because we're going to work with it now. Okay.
3.
Okay, now we're going to pour the milk chocolate into this mold. Then we reserve the one that we used to dip this into. This is just an ice cube mold that I just got out from the freezer. That's what I could come up with now. This is a baking sheet. I'm tapping it to get rid of the air bubbles. Then I'm going to pop this into the fridge to set. Okay.
2, 3.
Okay, this is what's left in our chocolate, milk chocolate. So I'm going to dip this. I don't know what people actually call this, but this is like a coconut cakes that I purchased somewhere around here in Lagos. I just came up with this recipe and I tried it. It's actually worked. I gave it to some people. They confirmed that it's delicious, because if you're making something for commercial use, you have to give to people to try out the recipes, and when they commend you, you can carry out with the project. So I'm going to dip this into the chocolate, then set it in this baking sheet, non-stick baking sheet that I place on top of the plate. Okay, I'm dipping it now. Dip it into the chocolate, cover it up. Then I'll use this fork here, get rid of the excess. Then I'll use here to set it. The reason why we are getting rid of the excess chocolate is that you don't want to have a lot of chocolates down your product. Okay, now our coconut candy or chocolate is ready now, so we're going to top it up with this is called crinkles, and this is called coconut candy. I don't know what other people call it, but I've known it as coconut candy. This is simply a coconut, shredded coconut with sugar and glucose syrup they use in making things. So I'm going to place it on top of our randomly, so that it's gonna be a kind of design, so that people will know what's actually inside of our coconut filling. It's a little hard working with these sprinkles, because they're kind of running. Can I swear, get one, put it around. This is an edible something. Most of you must have seen it in cakes.
usually you find the jet is it doesn't really have much of competitors because we have so many other companies in confection, but we don't really have some companies majorly in chocolates and chocolate truffles. The truffles we get see around here in Nigeria or we buy in ShopRite and some other shopping malls are actually imported, and funny enough we export cocoa and other organic products outside abroad, and these cocoa are used to make some goods that are sent to Nigeria and we consume. But these projects will actually help in developing and helping the cocoa farmers that we buy from them. We produce this chocolate and sell it here in Nigeria, so we don't need to export our cocoas abroad again. Thank you very much.
Okay, now we're about to make Nutella truffle. This Nutella. So we're going to fill it to this piping bag into this mold. We're still making use of the milk chocolates. Okay. We're going to fill the mold with chocolates. Meanwhile, what we are doing, we just got a place that is available. We don't really have a nice place to do this. This is what I can afford for this demonstration. This is not going the way we're going to do it. We're going to run it as a company. It has to be something bigger than this. All the ingredients, all the materials we'll need will be available, so I can't be managing all this stuff. Now we are going to tip it down to get rid of bubbles, air bubbles. Then we are going to tip it out. Okay, now I'm going to fill this Nutella to the chocolate mold. Okay, I just filled the Nutella now, so I'm going to tap it down. Okay, we're about to make coconut filling, and it's this coconut candy. So I'm going to put it into this milk chocolate, and until it gets thick. Then we'll bring it out and roll it into a bowl, then cover it with chocolate. So I've just sifted my dry ingredients. The difference with why this is white, you can see it's white, and the consistency we have here is good for chocolate, white chocolate. The thing is, we use only the cocoa butter. We don't use the powdered cocoa. That is why it's white, but it's still chocolate. I wanted to make the
dark chocolate, but I couldn't because of time, and we need this video to be short. But to make a dark chocolate is more healthier because it doesn't have sugar. We replace the confectionery sugar or the icing sugar with honey. So instead of putting the icing sugar, you use honey to sweeten it a little bit. So that's the difference between the milk chocolate, the milk chocolate and the white chocolate. So our chocolates, sorry about the interruption, I was actually in my office. I just borrowed the kitchen so that I can be able to make this video demonstration. So our milk chocolate, white chocolate rather, is ready. So we need about this consistency, not too runny and not too thick. So this is our ice tray or ice mold, but I'm just using it because I don't really have the normal modes or normal mode for chocolate, so I'll just use this to fill the tray. So we tap it once again to get rid of air bubbles, because if there is air bubble when the milk chocolate goes into the freezer or the fridge and it gets set, when you bring it out, that time it will be very solid. You still see some holes in your chocolate, so when you tap it, it will get rid of the air bubbles. Okay, meanwhile, this is our milk chocolate that I put in the freezer, and it freezed about 1 hour, and it's so it's now solid. As you can see how solid it is. See, so like this, when you bite into it, one thing you have to understand about chocolate that is made with 100% organic ingredients is when you put them into your mouth, the chocolate is meant to melt by itself in your mouth. But when you buy these ones that are made with fake ingredients, maybe color and some chocolate flavors, when you chew them, they feel like candy. So this is the way you will know the difference between chocolates that are made with 100% organic and chocolates that are made out of fake ingredients. I'll still put it back in the freezer and we'll go back to our third recipe. Thank you. What I'm about to make is called the cashew nut truffles. It's one of my favorites anyway. So this is the cashew nut here, and I'm going to make a caramel with sugar and syrup. We are going to boil it until it turns golden brown, then we fill it. Now sugar into water and stir it. Now I'm adding my glucose syrup to the water also. Yeah, this can be a little bit messy sometimes. I'm stirring it also. This because I don't have a candy thermometer here present, so I have to wait until it turns golden brown. How you would know is when you bring it out from the heat, you see the golden brown there. Sorry about the pot not looking nice, but that's what I could get my hands to. So as our sugar is boiling, we have to brush down the side of the pot. The reason why this is just science, that it won't allow the sugar to crystallize. So if you don't brush it now, you still start seeing some lumps of what you call cocoa in our syrup, and we wouldn't want such a thing. So once in a while, we dip a brush in the water and wash down the side of the pot. Okay. Now I'm going to smash my cashew into tiny pieces. So I'll do that with this little tool I got from my office here. Meanwhile, this business idea is something I've been trained for. I've mastered it. That's just the business idea I wanted to do. I love chocolates, and I get to find out that we don't have much of chocolate companies around. Most of the chocolate we consume here in Nigeria are being imported from abroad. So it would be nice if we could get a company that can do more or better instead than the ones abroad, so that we can use the natural resources which we have here instead of exporting them abroad to be used by other countries. Chocolate is actually a good business, but the challenge is getting your raw material. If you can get it in a good source, in a good quality cocoa, you are good to go. Chocolate truffles are quite expensive. It's not something you come by every day. There are so many recipes, there are so many designs, and there are so many tastes of it. It's just something you have to be the kind of person that is articulative and creative. You can just play around with flavors, find out something that you could make that people will like, make a sample of it, send it out to people to test, and when they test it, if they give it a thumb up, that means you are good to go. But if they said no, this is not good, then you can. Now our caramel have turned golden, so we're going to pour it over the cashew nuts. Okay. So we're going to put this in the freezer. And when we bring it out, it will be solid. Okay. Not now. Okay, this is the Nutella truffle that we made earlier. We put it in the freezer and it's set now. So we are about to bring them out. And you see how it works. So we just have to make this shape. Then right. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while to come out, but they will surely come out. We're about to make strawberry truffles. This is our coconut, not really coconut, this is our dark chocolates. Yeah, it's called chocolate chips. And this is our full cream milk. It must be a full cream milk, if not, it's not going to turn out well. And this is our fresh strawberry. So we have to make this with a fresh strawberry so that the taste will be actually different from what we get out there. Most people use strawberry flavor, which is not that good for health. Now I'm going to put an empty pot into the fire, and I'm going to pour our strawberry inside and stew it until it gets soft. So while we are doing that, I just removed the white chocolate from the fridge. Now it's solid. Sorry about the Nutella truffle. It wasn't set when I brought it out. That is why it was gushing out. But I pop it back. By the time I bring it out, it will be solid. So our white chocolate is set. So I'm going to bring it out from the mold. Just give it a whisk and pop it out. This, we are going to use it as our filling. This one is going to be for our filling. Then, as our strawberry is cooking on a low heat, we are going to prepare our chocolate chips, and the milk, we heat the milk and pour it to dissolve the chocolate. Okay. Our strawberry, we are stirring our strawberry, so we are going to stew it until it all gets dissolved. I hope you are seeing it well. So we are going to stew it until it dissolves, then we'll add our white chocolate to it. Now there are two ways of doing this.